Have you ever walked down the street, seen a piece of litter or a spill in a store, and just thought, ugh, someone should really do something about that? Well, what if that someone could be you? And what if you could actually get rewarded for it? Today, we're going to dive into CleanApp, a company that's turning the simple act of reporting a problem into a planet-saving game. All right, so to really get what CleanApp is doing, we first have to understand the sheer scale of the problem they're tackling. And believe me, it's not just an environmental mess, it's an insanely expensive one. So let's put a number on it. How expensive are we talking? Every single year, property operators, we're talking everyone from your local grocery store to the biggest airports, are losing over $700 billion. That's billion with the B. All from things like extra maintenance and legal costs tied to stuff as simple as unclean spills and overflowing trash cans. And that $700 billion figure isn't just some abstract number. It's made up of thousands of real-world stories like this one. A jury awarded a man $7.5 million after he slipped and fell, finding Starbucks was negligent. Things like this happen all the time. And those costs, they add up fast. So why does this keep happening? Well, it's because the way we deal with these problems right now is just fundamentally broken. Think about it. There's almost no incentive for the average person to report an issue. There's no single, unified map of where all these hazards are, and the reporting systems that do exist, they're totally disconnected. It's a mess. Okay, so you've got this massive, expensive problem and a completely broken system. Where do you even start? Well, CleanApp's answer is kind of brilliant. They decided to reframe the entire challenge by turning it into a game. And that really brings us to the core question, doesn't it? How on earth do you get millions of regular people to actually help you solve a $700 billion headache? The answer? You make it fun. You turn it into a mobile game. It's that simple. The whole idea is to reward players for doing just two things, making maps better and sharing data. You see a problem? You snap a photo, you upload it, and you get rewarded. Suddenly, it's not a chore anymore, it's a mission. But here's the thing. Behind the fun and games, there's a much bigger purpose. All of that data that players are submitting is creating this huge public map of incident reports. Think of it like a Waze for everything that's broken in the world, not just spills and litter, but even things like software bugs. It's a map of problems built by everyone for everyone. So we've got a game on the front end and this incredibly powerful data map on the back end. Now let's kind of peel back the curtain a little and see the ecosystem that makes it all work. This slide just says it all, doesn't it? On the left, you've got the old way, one property owner with a few custodians trying to cover a massive area. It's impossible. But on the right, with CleanApp, that same owner suddenly has a decentralized army of thousands of users, CleanAppers, who are literally their eyes and ears everywhere. And the process itself is this really elegant three-step loop. First, a user reports a problem with a photo. Second, CleanApp's AI crunches all that data, maps it out, and starts spotting trends and hotspots. And third, this is the cool part, responders, both human and robotic, get sent out to actually fix the problem. Now, the real genius in that respond phase comes down to this idea: human reinforced learning. See, an AI is amazing at recognizing an object. It can tell you, yep, that's a banana peel. But what it can't understand is the context. Is that peel just some harmless litter on the grass, or is it a dangerous slipping hazard in a crowded hallway? That's where we come in. That human context is the secret sauce that makes the whole system work. So with this tech in place, the vision goes way beyond just cleaning up your local grocery store. The ambition here is truly, truly global. And the potential for scale here is just mind-blowing. The very same system that can map a single cigarette butt on a sidewalk is designed to scale all the way up. We're talking about tackling illegal dump sites, tracking industrial pollution, and eventually maybe even helping respond to massive environmental disasters, like oceanic oil spills. From a business standpoint, the potential is just enormous. CleanApp is sitting at the crossroads of three gigantic markets. You've got maps, which is over $50 billion, environmental solutions at $75 billion. But the absolute giant in the room is the games market, projected to be worth over $2.5 trillion by 2030. Trillion with a T. So, who's buying this data? Well, the main customers are other businesses. About half are big retail and hospitality companies like Walmart and Hilton, who are desperate to reduce their liability. Another chunk are smart cities and their waste agencies. And the final piece of the pie? major tech firms like Google and Apple, who want to plug this real-time hazard data right into their own maps.
Okay, this all sounds amazing in theory. The idea is great, the market is huge, but is it actually working in the real world? Let's take a look at the proof.
The numbers are already looking really strong. We're talking over 750,000 installs, with a super engaged community of over 65,000 people using it every month. Plus, a key partnership with Open Litter Wrap has brought thousands of dedicated citizen scientists into the ecosystem, which is just huge.
And it's not just individuals who are hooked, governments are getting on board. This dashboard you're seeing, it's from a successful pilot program with the entire country of Montenegro. This proves that the model can work at a national scale.
And the momentum just keeps building. If you thought a whole country was impressive, get this. A partnership with one of the biggest, most complex cities in the world, New York City, is in the works. That's taking it to a whole other level. You know, in the end, CleanApp is built on this one simple but incredibly powerful idea. The most valuable maps of our world won't be made by satellites or fancy camera cars alone. The most accurate, the most useful, and the most valuable maps are going to be the ones that we all have a hand in drawing together.